armors and shields. Everything from copper daggers to moon silver swords. Tiara, bless your path.
Let's see.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with.
Yes.
As you want.
Well then, off to the Mud District. Let's hope Watley's still there.
A fine plan. Yes. Of course.
Interesting. Excuse me, madam. I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for a man named Ilbertus Watley. He's supposed to live here.
Watley? Oh, you mean that beggar? Ah, he lives here. Does nothing but beg for coins at the marketplace all day long. What do you want from him?
Long story. Much obliged. What's next? I think that's him.
A coin? Fair lady. Please. The Old Father will reward you for your generosity.
Here, take this. Say, are you Sir Ilbertus Watley?
Yes, I am. Who are you? How do you know my name?
We're here because of the island in the Black Sea.
That accursed island. Tiara's breath. And here I thought I was done with it for good.
You seem bitter about it.
How did you guess? I sacrificed everything I had just for some deluded fantasy. From a nobleman in Tiara's grace to a beggar in the mud district. Quite the career, isn't it? And all because of some deluded childhood dream. Because I wanted to believe I'm special. Let's not talk about it.
Well, we know for a fact that it exists, and we want to find it.
What?
The island exists, and we have reason to believe there's something on it that we need. And we've been told that you tried to excavate an old Hibernian portal that could lead us there.
Forgive me, but this is a lot to take in.
But that portal exists.
Yes. Yes, it does. But it's useless. Just a piece of stone.
Another question. We were told that you consider yourself part Hibernian, like the Queen.
Well, not anymore. But yes, I believed that for a very long time.
How come?
Long story. The short version is that I've had these strange dreams ever since I can remember. Dreams of turquoise marble, of old rituals and ancient dragons. But they were always so vivid, like a real memory.
And that led you to believe they were.
That and the fact that I've always felt different from others. But then again, who doesn't? In the end, the Creators Guild was right. I had nothing to back up my claims.
So, you used up all your wealth to find that island?
Yes. As you probably know, no one was willing to fund my expedition. So, I decided to take the matter into my own hands. Looking back, I can't believe how obsessed I was. Even when I sold the house my family had lived in for generations, I didn't see where that route was ultimately bound to take me. But I'd rather not talk about it. I hope you understand.
How did you learn of that island?
That's complicated. What it ultimately amounted to were some vague explorer's diaries, dreams, and an active imagination.
And that's all?
No, it's not. But please understand that this is a very painful chapter of my past, which I'd prefer to remain closed.
What exactly did you hope to find on that island?
Wealth. At least, that was part of it, and what I told my potential patrons. Then, of course, there was my supposed Hibernian heritage. But all that aside, Hibernian culture has always fascinated me. I studied archaeology in Greyfell, and as most archaeologists, I was always laughed at. Most people still consider it an expensive hobby for nobles rather than a true craft. I wanted to prove them wrong.
Oh, friend, I can relate to that. You wouldn't believe how much.
You can?
Be that as it may, we need to find a way to get to that island, and building a ship isn't an option. Can you show us that portal?
Haven't you listened? It doesn't work.
We need to try. Can you take us there?
Fine. I can. But only under one condition. You need to pay me. Now, believe me, I wouldn't ask this if I had a choice, but leaving this place during the busiest hours of the day means I'll end up with an empty belly tonight. Just give me 30 gold. That should last me for a week.
Take 60.
Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you. Meet me at the excavation site, will you? I need to take care of something first.
Okay, see you there.
Yes?
Got it.
Poor man. To give it all up for your dream and then fail. That must hurt.
But not uncommon. Most dreams and ambitions aren't bound to become reality. We only like to tell ourselves otherwise.
Yes.
Yes?
Jesus! Help me, somebody!
Fine. Let me know what you need.
Tiara's breath. You really killed them all. Just who exactly are you?
A former soldier. So this is the portal.
Yes.
It definitely looks Hibernian. Did you reconstruct it?
No. It was still intact when we found it. Which is more than strange, but that's also where the mystery ended. We couldn't activate it, even with the portal stone.
How did you find it in the first place? And what makes you believe it's connected to the island?
Hibernian stone tablets. You see, similar to the Shapers, the Hibernians had developed a magic that allowed them to travel great distances within a short amount of time through portals. By stepping through an active portal, it took you wherever its counterpart was located.
Teleportation.
Yes, but much safer and also available to the common folk.
I see. And how do you know this portal's counterpart is on the island?
Another long story, for which I assume you don't have the time. Suffice to say that I found a kind of map, one that outlined all the Hibernian portals, how they used to be back in their era.
Interesting. And these portal stones were required to activate them?
Yes, but as I said, it didn't help. I paid a fortune to buy it from a Chilean merchant, but I might as well have sung my incantations on a brick.
Where is that stone now? Can I see it?
You're really stubborn, aren't you? No, you can't. Because I threw it away.
Why?
Because it was useless. It was useless. Like all of this sodding, pointless horseshit I ruined my life for. Forgive me. I shouldn't have gotten so upset. This place, it just brings up memories.
It's all right. You've lost a lot. But please, this is important. Where did you throw it away? Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. There's a small shack near the old river watch in the southwest. That was the day I had finally realized that I had been chasing a ghost all along. You'll try to find it, won't you? I can see it. Please. I don't know who you are, but believe me, it's pointless. You're wasting your time.
Let me be the judge of that. Will you wait here?
If you insist. It's not as if I'm missing anything in that sodding city.
Huh?
Sure.
There. I think that's the shack Watley was talking about. Look at that. Could this be the stone?
Show me. Yeah, that might be it. Though, that's interesting. This stone. It is ornamented with Hibernian runes, but it looks an awful lot like our Shaper rune.
As you want.
Watley? We found...
By the... What? How is that possible?
The portal. I think it reacted to me.
But... this doesn't make sense. No, this is a dream. This isn't happening.
But it...
I need to see.
What's next?
Blazes, stop!
Too late. We need to follow him.
Seems we don't have a choice.
Though some cartographers may claim otherwise, the maps of Io are still far from complete. The Black Sea in particular has always invited explorers and adventurers to fantasize. Situated north of Fiara, many ships have fallen victim to its stormy waters, causing the number of expeditions to diminish.
Tiara's breath. It worked.
It felt just like traveling with a godstone.
Only that this seems to have been a one-way road. The portal is closed.
What about the portal stone?
I don't know. It seems empty. Activating that portal must have used up all of its energy. Question is, where's Watley? And is it just my imagination, or is the sun a bit lower than when we stepped through?
Possible. It's the same effect that occurs when using teleportation magic, a distortion in the fabric of time. In any case, I believe we should look for Watley. This doesn't bode well.
Agreed. Let's follow the path. He can't have gone far.
This way, right?
Hard to believe we're suddenly thousands of miles from Everlight. But there is something unique to this island, isn't there?
True. There are hardly any magical Whoever lived or lives here, they haven't been in contact with the outside world yet.
Yes. Now would
yes,
you look
of
at
course.
that?
That's the way.
A fine plan. Everything helps.
All right. Right, why not? This way, right?
Yash was.
Healing!
They killed one of our heroes!
Blazes! Help me, somebody!
Come on, don't die on us now.
Huh?
Bugger and blast it! Who were these creatures? And what took you so long?
We entered the portal just after you. The teleportation caused a distortion in time.
Oh, of course. The writings mentioned that. Well, thanks for saving me. And sorry for being so mindless. These creatures, I thought they were going to kill me.
Who's our friend?
I don't know. He must be one of the locals. But he doesn't seem to understand our tongue.
Sunday, I do.
Fine. Now I'm lost.
So am I. How can you know our language?
Because we are both Kalal. You come from the Forsaken Land, which our people left behind hundreds of generations ago. Though your way of speaking is strange, be that as it may, I am not worthy of answering your questions. I will take you to our Yaris. She has predicted the arrival of outsiders, and it seems that her readings have become true. You will free us from Shar's snake spawn.
We come from the same land? You mean, you're also from Nortander?
Yes, but our ancestors left it behind. It's a long tale, and again, not one I am worthy of telling.
Who is this Shar?
Lakeshi, a renegade, a traitor. But our Yaris will tell you all.
All right, then take me to your Yaris.
Wait, Yaris? Tonde. This sounds a lot like the Hibernian tongue. Are you Hibernians?
Not directly. But again, our Yaris is better fit to explain that. Now please follow me.
What do we need?
Yakul!
Saris Jadul! Mekil! I thought the snake spawn got you!
They almost did. These people saved me.
Let's see.
They are from the Forsaken Land, Yakul. Just as she read from the stars.
By the name of the sun. Outsiders. Are they... do they speak our tongue?
We do. And I bet we have as many questions as you have.
I see. Gallus Danwaji, outsider. Thank you for saving this man. You have no idea what his death would have brought upon our village.
I promised to take them to the Yaris. Can you let us in?
I believe so. Take them to the Yaris, Mekil. She will want to know the stars spoke the truth. It was an honor, outsider.
Did he just say star readings?
As I said, our Yaris foresaw your coming.
I see
She
the
read it from
outsiders
the
have arrived.
constellations.
Yaras. Yes, they have. Just as you predicted. And they saved me from the snake spawn.
Then you already have my gratitude, stranger. Mekil, you may leave.
Of course.
Well then. I'm a Shah, holy Yaris of the Ulias tribe. What's your name?
I assume Yaris means leader.
Not precisely, but yes. I am the leader of this village. So tell me, who am I talking to?
I'm Tahar. That man, he said you foresaw our coming.
I read the stars, yes. They told me that soon a stranger would come, one seeking for something to end a curse put upon his land.
The bloodbath.
Don't tell me. Our tribe has left the Forsaken Land for a reason, and whatever is happening there, it does not concern us. All that matters is that the star sent you to save us from Shar, and that we, should you succeed, give you the Kasarlanthep stone in return.
I hate to disappoint, but me being here doesn't have anything to do with the stars.
Yes, it does, even though not in the way you think. What I do, reading the constellations, it is merely interpreting a pattern that is already there. You see, we sentient beings like to consider ourselves separate from the world, but the truth is, we aren't. We're part of a complex whole. Characters, events, catastrophes, they repeat, maybe in a different shape, but with the same core. They are patterns ingrained into the fabric of existence.
Fascinating. This is just what the Hibernian priests always said.
In other words, you're saying that us being here is part of a pattern? So, your people fled from the mainland?
Yes, we did, which is why we were able to talk to one another. But that was a long, long time ago. And since you will probably ask, we left because we were persecuted.
Persecuted? Why?
Because of our faith. We followed the ancient teachings of the Hibernians, and though we were only a few and our faith was peaceful, the priestess of Tiara did not approve. We started to roam the lands in search of a new home, but wherever we went, people drove us away. Until one day, one of our sages found a portal. You can imagine the rest.
Queen Aelith is a direct descendant from the Hibernians.
Who?
Right. You wouldn't know. So, you worship the Hibernians?
No. They weren't gods. We follow their teachings.
Which are?
Quite simple. I know most remember the Hibernians as brutal dragon hunters, but they were so much more. I even dare say that their downfall was the worst that could happen to Io. But this is a complex matter. If you are truly interested, read one of our parchments. You should be able to decipher the writing.
Oh, trust me. I'll do that.
And you never wanted to return to Fiara?
No.
The Kasarlanthep stone?
Yes, the ones who created the relic you are looking for.
The Shapers. She's talking about the Shapers.
If that is how you call them, yes.
So, we help you, and you give us the Nexus Stone in return. Is that the deal?
I don't know the stone by that name, but yes, if you help us resolve our problem, you can have it.
You don't even want to know what we need it for.
No. As I said, the outside world doesn't concern us anymore.
Alright, what do you need help with? Your Medusa problem, I assume, and this Shar who's controlling them?
Yes, but it's a bit more complicated. Shar is my son. Where should I start? I have 2 sons, Dul and Shar. According to the Hibernian traditions, it was set that Dul would succeed me as the next Yaras. As you can imagine, this was never easy. Shar never accepted Dul as the legitimate firstborn.
I think I can see where this is going.
It's not that simple. You see, their father died when they were both very young, and that shaped their personalities in very different ways. Shar was frail, sensitive, and emotional. He was always sick, had horrible nightmares, and often talked about these voices he heard.
He heard voices?
Yes. Not only during the night, sometimes even in broad daylight.
What did they say?
All kinds of things. But nowadays I simply think it was him having a too active imagination.
What kind of dreams did he have?
Everything, really. A lot of it revolved around his father's death, and then he had this one about the sacrificed woman.
The sacrificed woman?
Yes. According to him, he always found himself in some temple-like room surrounded by strange, puppet-like creatures. He walked down a hallway until he stepped into a room where there was a woman lying on an altar. I talked to our shaman about this, but he said that it might simply be his fragile mind. Now I believe that it also had something to do with his magic. A lot of gifted children suffer from strange dreams like that one.
And Dul, your firstborn?
He was the exact opposite. He was strong, always healthy and good with people, but hardly ever showed emotion. It was almost as if he was destined to succeed me.
How did your husband die?
His heart just stopped beating. A rare disease that had run in his family's blood for generations.
My condolences. What was their relationship?
Well, Dul was very distant toward Shar, and Shar hated Dul with a passion. The day things got truly complicated was when Shar discovered his magic. His talent was enormous.
Who taught him? I assume you don't have universities on this island.
You are right. We don't. My duties as Yaris kept me from teaching him myself, so it was mainly the old shaman who died 2 years ago that taught him. But as I said, his talent was enormous. He didn't need much guidance.
Let's cut to the chase. Where did the Medusae come from?
Well, it all happened a month ago. One night, Shar and Dul were gone. The next morrow, our village was surrounded by snake spawn, rallied behind my Shar.
Being a talented mage is one thing, but where did all these Medusae come from? The snake spawn, as you call them.
A ritual, an invocation that has been passed down in our tribe for generations. You see, we do not know war on this island, and fate willing we never will, which is why we are practically defenseless. But that does not mean we are naive. Should our people ever be threatened by outsiders, whether they come by the portals or by ship, the snake spawn would protect us.
So, Shar used this ritual to bind the Medusae to his will?
Yes.
So you can read from the stars, but you didn't see that coming.
Yes, I knew Shar was trouble, and I knew how much he despised his brother, but to go that far? No. Maybe I was just blind, but I didn't expect that to happen.
But what did he want? Force you to make him the next Yaras instead?
Worse. He said that since we are too blind to see, he would take matters in his own hands and enforce the trial of brothers.
Of course.
I don't understand.
In the Hibernian Empire, it actually wasn't custom for the firstborn child of the emperor to succeed him. Instead, their heirs had to compete in a ritualized duel, which mostly ended deadly for one of the parties. That way, or so the Hibernians figured, there would never be a weakling on the throne.
Makes sense. I guess a ruler should be strong.
Is that how you see it? Well, then we disagree. As much as our people admired the Hibernian faith, this wasn't a custom we ever adopted. Be that as it may, for the month, Shar's had his snake spawn abduct villagers to help him restore the ruin up north, so that it's worthy of hosting the trial. Once that is done, he wants to challenge his brother to a fight at the mountain altar. You see where this is going. You need to bring him to reason.
How am I supposed to do that? I can't take on his entire army by myself.
I know that. So the first step should be to free at least some of our people he has taken prisoner. After that is done, we can discuss further steps.
These villagers your son holds captive, where can I find them?
As far as I know, he took most of them to the ruin up north, but the place is heavily guarded by snake spawn, and he has shut himself in, so you can't go there yet. For now, It would suffice if you took care of the smaller camp just north of the village. I feel bad to ask this of you, Tahar, but frankly our hands are bound. I just have to trust the stars that I'm not sending you into your doom.
Don't worry. We've fought worse.
Yes, I guess you have.
Why do you need me for this? You're his mother. Can't you just talk sense into him yourself?
Believe me, I've tried. And to be honest, until the first death, I thought that this was another one of his tantrums. But when the first villager his snakes captured on that first morning tried to run, he simply ordered them to shoot an arrow right through his throat. And Shar promised that if we make any attempts to stop him, he will take this even further. You see, Tahar, we aren't fighters. Our magic is meant to protect, to heal, and our weapons are only meant for fish and deer. But these snake creatures, you saw how dangerous they are. Right now, there is nothing we can do.
If we do this, can you also help us return to the mainland?
Yes, I believe I can. Our Valis, our village shaman, knows a lot about the ancient portals. But until we have our people back, he won't be able to help you.
How am I supposed to make him see reason?
If only I knew. Talk to him, convince him, make him realize what he has done. Just try not to hurt him, will you? But as I said, first of all, our people need to be freed. As long as the village is defenseless, we can't provide you with the means to take down his camp. I'll be here if you need anything. Now good luck, Tahar. And for what it's worth, sorry for burdening you with this.
Yes? That's the way? Sure.
Tondia, outsider.
Understood.
Sure.
Let's see.
As you want. A fine plan. Corporal? You know what you need.
Yes?
Mm-hmm. Will do. Mm-hmm. Now would you look at that?
Something you need?
That must be the ruin the Yaris mentioned. The one where Shar wants to hold the trial of brothers. Blazes. Look at it. It's enormous.
And he's abducting the villagers to That's interesting. Yes? You picked the wrong enemies.
Blasted armor.
What do we need?
Help me, somebody!
Yes?
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 All right. Yes?
Are the Medusae attracted to that thing? What is that? Huh?
That way. All right.
Interesting. Understood.
Corporal? I understand.
Let's see what we can do. As you require.
More fighting. Does this never end? Come on, we're getting started.
I have to say, the landscape does remind me of Windwall a little. Not as rocky, of course, but still.
That's so.
Yes? Huh?
Yes, of course.
What's next?
What is it?
Got it.
We'll make short work of it.
Yes. What do we need?
All right, why not?
Let's see.
A fine plan.
Well, keep you shielded.
Yes.
Villagers. Whatever's necessary.
What you need.
They will fall.
I will do as I must.
What do we need?
Yes?
Interesting.
Yes? Huh?
Saris Jadul, you killed them. Who are you?
Your Yara sent us. Are you okay? Can you walk?
Yes, I think so. Are we free to go?
Yes, they're awaiting you in the village.
Go? After all this cursed brat did to us?
What do you suggest? I don't know about you, but I have someone to take care of.
Well then go. I'll join the outsider. You do need help, don't you?
It can't hurt.
Then I'm with you.
Me too. I want to be there when that cursed child gets brought to justice.
I hope you know what you're doing, Ruslan. I really hope you do.
Just go. We'll be back.
That's the way.
Got it.
Ah!
Anything?
Will do.
Sure. Sure. They will burn.
Nehov's hammer. Look at that. It's fascinating.
Fish, forests, fields. They really have it all, don't they? I can understand why the islanders are so fond of this place.
What's that? Looks a bit like the portal stone that brought us here, doesn't it?
Huh?
Yes?
Yes? This way, right?
That way. All right.
Corporal? Let us make this quick. Everything has an end.
Now would you look at that?
Sure.
Understood. Interesting.
Fine. As you want. Yes, of course.
Yes?
I will do as I must.
Get moving.
As you... Let's see what we can do.
Yes?
Let's see.
What is
More.
it?
Does this never end?
Got it. Anything on your mind?
Sure. That's the way?
Will do.
Do you mind if we step back a little? I don't really like being so close to the water.
A fine plan.
All right, why not? blasted armor.
Got it.
Sure. That's the way?
More of them. This place is a bloody graveyard.
Sure. Something you need?
You read my mind.
As you require.
They will...
What's next? Whatever's necessary. You'll regret this.
I understand. We'll make short work of them. Yes?
All right, why not?
Go!
Let us make this quick. Fine. Yes, of course.
They will...
What is it?
Sure. How do you like that?
Give up.
Interesting.
We should get moving.
Let me know what you need.
We'll make sure.
Have my attention. Everything has an end.
What? I'm only getting started. Yes?
Yes?
They will fall.
Help me, some...
Your struggle is pointless.
That way. All right. Sure.
A fine plan.
This way, right?
Got it.
Got it.
That's the way. Yes?
Yes?
All right. Why not?
I understand.
Save for the Medusae, this place looks quite serene.
As you want.
That way. All right.
Will do. Understood.
Sure.
Fine.
Sure.
A fine plan. Yes, of course.
We should get moving. Blasted armor.
Tondai, outsider. What do you need?
I found and rescued your people.
Yes, I know. Thank you, Tahar. You have no idea how much that means to me. The thought that my son caused all this. I still find it hard to believe. But be that as it may, at least now we are able to defend our village again. You should go talk to our shaman now. He will be able to both assist you with your passage back to the mainland and with taking care of Shar. I'll be here if you need anything else.
I'll be off. Thanks for your time.
Let me know what you need.
Now would you... Are you the shaman? The Yaras sent me.
Ah, yes, that's me. Tondai, friend. She told me you'd come. You're looking for a way back to the Forsaken Land, aren't you?
A way back to Northander, yes.
Good. First of all, I can't thank you enough for what you did. Those people, my friends, they might be dead if the stars hadn't sent you.
My pleasure. But how do we get back to the mainland?
Of course, let's make it brief. It is possible to reactivate the portal. Not the one you came through, but another one. However, it won't be easy.
Why?
Well, for starters, Shar's snake spawn is all over the island, probably also near the portal. We need to free it from them first, which would most likely provoke counterattacks on the village. Rebuilding requires stone and wood. Reigniting it requires energy. And finally, to activate it, we need a portal stone.
Like this one? This is the one we used to get here.
Show me. Yes, that's a portal stone, but you used up all its energy, so it's useless now. We need a new one.
How do we repair it? I'm not an expert on portals.
Which is why I'm here. I already talked to the Holy Yaras about it, and we will give you a handful of able men to help you find the resources. Wood and stone should suffice. Once they've found enough, just send them to the portal and I'll instruct them.
And how do we reignite it?
This is where the channeling altar comes in.
Channeling altar?
Yes. Briefly put, it transforms energy, transmutes it. It's really hard to put into words for a layman, but our tribe has used it for generations. And apart from the snake spawn ritual, it's our only means of defense. It's also what I use to maintain those barriers I've conjured around the village. Once the altar runs out of material to transmute, the barriers vanish. Which is why we need to be vigilant that this doesn't happen.
This sounds very similar to Shaper technology. According to the lore, half of the metals they mined were used to fuel their weaponry.
So the Hibernians used it too. Seems that a lot more of their culture was based on Shaper knowledge than we thought.
That's true.
I assume by Shapers you mean the Zarlanthep. Yes, the Hibernians used a lot of what they left the world with.
I see. Any ideas where we could find a new portal stone?
Well, this is the most complicated part of the story. Though it's theoretically possible, I doubt you'll find one that is still fully intact. However, if you find me enough Hibernian crystal shards, that might work too.
Hibernian what?
Crystal shards. It's the raw material runes are made of. If we're lucky, we might find some in the ruins on the island. But again, no promises.
Raw rune material? Huh.
Alright. More treasure hunting then. Alright. Then I best get started.
Yes. Good luck. I will be here and will prepare the charging ritual.
What is it?
Got it.
Sure.
Will do. Understood. Interesting.
Anything on your
Will
mind?
do.
Yes?
This way, right?